Hello, 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 everybody. It is your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, back with another Create and Relate. I do have slightly different camera position today, so I ask that you just kind of bear with me, trying to make sure y'all can't see my knees. At any rate, hello, sis. How are you, beautiful? It's so good to see you here. Um, I have a lot to show you today, and it'll probably still be a kind of quick video, but it won't be as quick as Tuesdays. I promise you that. I'm going to try to catch every spam call. I think I've found a way to reduce them. As soon as I answer the phone, I start recording their call. For some reason, they don't like to be recorded. So I hope them and all their little cronies get the message. Okay, let's start with, of course, welcoming everybody in. I'm so happy to see you all here. Secondly, of all, our subscriber count is up to 523. Yes. So, I'm super happy about that. Our watch hours, our viewing hours are very, very, very close to 2,100. So, we're reaching that barrier where we're going to tip that 900 on the low side. So, I'm excited about that as well. Next of all, our thoughts and ticker. Overall, today I would put it probably about an 8. I am having some allergy issues. I've been having them for just about all of the week. But we're going to muscle through this and it's going to be okay. I don't see my messages popping up on the TV. Okay, it's set so they will. Okay. But I'm dealing with it. It's been a lot of sleeping, but at least I know what it is. It's not like it's foreign to me. Okay. So, for the things that I'm working on or things that I can show you, because of the fact that we have had 523 subscribers, I can tell you now that we owe one more square to our wrap. And what I'm thinking about doing for every odd number, I'll just do the pink square on the inside. So in that case, I owe one more total square and one more pink flower. And then that will be caught up. Um, I had to redo the one for the blanket because the teals were different colors. So I did manage to get those 6 rows done this morning. I finished them, sis. I got all 6 rows done. Y'all see stitch markers everywhere, and it's okay. It's okay. Hello, Vivian. How are you? So nice to see you. So we got our 6 rows done there. The other project that we're working on for our fabulous giveaway at 1,000 is the throw. And as of today, I went ahead on and added the other 3 rows here. If you remember, I'm going to do panels, and each panel is going to have 100 rows. So we've got the 23 rows here for the first panel. What are you working on today, and what are you sipping on? So we got that part caught up. Another one I can kind of show you. This is also going to be a giveaway. I don't think I showed you everything about it. This is going to be a small bag. And I ran red and yellow. Both of these were gifted yarns. The red of the whole red package that I got. The yellow in one of the giveaways that I won from wine. And it has a matching water bottle. It is going to be constructed so that you can hang the water bottle on the bag. There's going to be a button. There's going to be a button on the side of the water bottle that you can attach the handle to and hang it around the handle that's going to be on the bag. So you can have those two items together. I'm also adding to that pretty purple piece that I told y'all I wasn't going to show anymore. But I am going to be adding to that today as well. As far as yarn hauls are concerned, I did go get some of the teal that I needed. I got 6 so far. I went back in Walmart yesterday. They didn't have any more out yet, and I knew it was going to be probably a couple of days because they were doing inventory on the day that I got this. So they couldn't, all they could do is let people purchase what was on the shelves. They couldn't put anything back out yet. So I'm hoping when I slide over there today, they will have the other 5 that I need. And I'll be able to get those. In the wrap that I'm making, I have plenty of pink, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough of the sea turtle. We got a bit of the leaker, but it's okay. But it just is sea turtle. All of this is mainstay. The teal and the sea turtle that I'm showing you is mainstay. 4 worsted weight, washable and dryable. Drinking water and working on a bucket. Need 2 more rows, and I'll be finished up the lap through as well today. Awesome. Awesome. So this one is 798 yards. Y'all, I talked somebody into getting mainstays to the Red Heart while I was in the store. She picked up a jumbo size, a Super Saver size. No, it wasn't the Super Saver. It was the big one with the jumbo. And the Red Heart white. So I asked her while she was holding it in her hand, and I grabbed one of these in the mainstay. I said, so how many yards do you get out of that? And she looked at it, and she looked at it. She was like, 730 something. And I pointed to how much she could get out of this one. I said, and it's cheaper. Doesn't feel cheaper, but it is cheaper. And she grabbed it. She was like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, yeah, don't sleep on the name brands. So she put that one back and she grabbed 2 of these. She grabbed another one of these in black, and she grabbed another one in, I think it was, what is that color? Neutral is what they call it. So yeah, I don't know how Red Heart is going to feel about that. What else will I be working on today, you ask? Being that I touched 3 projects already this morning, and I'm really happy about the fact that I did that, I know that I will be putting work in on many more today. Another one being my February blanket. What I have managed to do, I got all of the blanket part done. I just need to add the black to everything. Once I add the black, it's just a matter of putting these together. So what I did to make sure I have enough black, you saw the ball I had in there. I got this one as well. So I'll definitely, oh, and I have some more of this mainstay. All of its mainstay. All of its mainstay except the red and the variegated color that you saw. Those were gifted. The red and the variegated. Those were definitely gifted. I went with 2 of the squares for last month. And this month, hold on before we get there, I will also be working on the Stitcherhood blanket. I could not do a live the other night. I really wasn't feeling well. Like I said, I'm allergic to something, and we're just trying to ride this wave, y'all. I can't take Benadryl. I can't take Claritin. I can't take Zyrtec. I can't take any of the over-the-counter things because it did something stupid back in 1999. So my body does this really weird thing now when I try to take those. So I can only go prescription when I'm taking something for my allergies. I know that I cannot show you my EpiPen on YouTube, but trust me, it's really close. So if anything happens, I do have my EpiPen. And for those who don't understand how that works, imagine something happening, whether you go into shock or whether you've been hurt or whether you have an allergic reaction or anything, and everything on the inside of you decides, hey, I need to slow down just so this body can survive. And it slows down like really, really slow. So breathing becomes inhabited and things like things will start to swell up around your throat, your mouth, your tongue. But when that happens, it's called anaphylactic shock. And what the EpiPen does, it gives you this super dose of adrenaline. So everything is like, hey, okay, I get it. Now we got to work. Now we got to work. Now we got to work. So that's what the EpiPen does. You don't use it just because you got it, but you use it. It's there for you when you need it. Okay, so like I said, I will be working on the Stitcher Hood blanket today, which is back here in red. And here under this plastic bag is my carpenter's wheel. That those two will definitely get attention today. Now, on to another possible idea. I picked this yarn out of the bag. This was of the yarn that I received Monday, the 5 pounds of yarn. And I'm feeling on it and feeling on it. I'm like, what can this be? But I'm thinking it is also going to be a gift. I know, Joan. I know. But as I'm feeling it in my hands, I just feel a hat and a cow. I just feel that for this. So we shall see. We shall definitely see. Now, a couple of more things that I picked up. I don't know if y'all see that yet. While I was at the show, I was talking to you Tuesday about journals. A couple of things that I saw at Walmart that were really not expensive at all. I think I told you all that I draw out my graphs on graph paper. So anytime I see the drafting notebooks for under $4, I try to grab at least one. These have 80 pages in them, and they are front and back. So it's like having 160 pages. So that does me well. That keeps me off of the computer having to create graph paper. The only thing is that these squares are kind of big. And generally, if I'm making something really big like a blanket, I'll have to use 2 or more pages, which I don't mind. If it means that I don't have to make these graphs, I'm fine with that. So I did pick that up. I also picked up a project planner. We're going to convince Joan to get a journal, y'all. We're going to work on that. This project planner has 100 sheets. And what it has in it is like the date, well, who it's prepared by, the date that you started, which is what I told you to put in your book. You know, who you don't, if it's yours, you don't have to. But if it is a pattern that you're following from for someone else and you want to remember that, you want to put that name right up here. The date that you started your project, what your project is, name it, give it a little bit of a description so that you don't have to flip the paper and say, okay, I know I had this one here, I had this one here. You could just look at the name of it and go from there. If you want to number your pages, you can. But what I would also put here is my color scheme. I write tiny when I need to. Yeah, you're going to have a journal. I would write my color scheme. Okay, like the one that I'm working on for the blanket for you all would probably go in teal background, multicolored, because I know that the components or the elements are going to be different colors. And then down here, you can just write out a description of what you make. Or if you wanted to do it, like I told you, if you want to do like daily stitches, you want to do, say, 1,000 stitches a day, then you could put like 1,000 per day, and then how many you actually did over here. And that'll give you something to keep tabs on as far as that's concerned. Other little notes and things that you need if you realize that, you're going to be going to the doctor this week and you won't be working on it, or you have extra time that you'll be putting in plenty of space to write everything you need about that project. If not, you can turn the page over and do it all over again, add to it, or you can add another project. So, whereas this says it has 100 pages, being that it's front and back, you actually have 200 pages. This was $3.97, as was the graph book. These these are my freezer bags. They're the slider bags. The reason for these, multi reasons, um, the main reason for these, I have the kids, we're teaching the kids economics, doing and teaching them economics is that they get, stop it, Joe. They get paychecks. Taxes come out of their paychecks. Excuse me. And then they have a list of responsibilities that they have to pay for. They have to pay rent, they have to pay for utilities, they have to pay for groceries. Everything that they have to pay for is listed on the paper that's going to be inside this bag. It's actually going to be taped to the inside of the bag so they can see it. And once they pay everything, they will have a second bag that says savings. There's a certain amount they have to take out of what they have left, and it goes into savings. And then they will have a third bag in case they want something, in case they want something special, and they have to save up for that. No, we're not giving them real money. I have made money out of construction paper, and that's what we're using. Once their savings gets up to a certain amount, once they get up to $1,000 saved, because we make it really easy for them to do that, then every $1,000 that they save up in construction paper, we will add a $10 bill. We'll take those thousand out and we'll put in a $10 bill. So they have that to work for. Now, yesterday I gave you two tutorials. One was for the dual granny or the dueling grannies. I like that so much better. But this is actually going to be the colorway of my March blanket. So, and I also decided that instead of using one or two of the squares for this month, I'm actually going to use all four. This one is, of course, one of the ones that I'm going to use. This was our first blanket. I think this is square number 9. And then, of course, I gave you square number 10, which is the Thunderdome. So far we have those. My question is whether or not I want the dueling grannies or the Thunderdome to be the center square. I think I think I'm going to make the dueling grannies my center square, and then I'm going to surround the dueling granny with the Thunderdome. And the next two squares you have coming up are the crater, and then you have the moon. So I'm going to surround my Thunderdome with the moon, and then I'm going to surround my moon with the craters. So that is going to be the construct of my blanket. I'll have 49 squares. So I already have my granny. I don't have to do that one anymore. And then, of course, I'm going to have 8 of these. And I forget to count, y'all. Just bear with me with that. 16 minus 9. It's no, it's more than 6. 12. I will have 12 of the moons, and I'll have 26 of the craters. And I have all, being that the moon and the craters start out the same, I already have the inner components of those done. This is what my craters will look like once it's completed. So I'm excited that I got that much done, but all of this for today actually will be put aside because I have 3 blankets that I need to work on today. And I want to make sure that I get those taken care of. There we go. I had my scissors in there. I wanted to get those out. Okay, so what has happened? Y'all know I got my wheelchair, and you know I was excited about my wheelchair. Now, what else had happened was yesterday I got some happy mail. So I can show you this beautiful bag. This absolutely gorgeous bag. Y'all, and it's purple. It is purple. But in that bag, I also got another bag. It's a special delivery, Hirschners.com, especially for, y'all know it's getting ready to hold one of the projects. Y'all already know. And then I don't know why this reminds me of an ice cream shop, but there is another bag, guys. Another bag. I don't know which one is going into this one, but definitely another project is going into this bag. And it has the extra little pocket here for me to keep my notions in. And yarn, glorious yarn. Yes, right here in the center. Let's talk about this bag some more. Okay, so in this bag, I have a lollipop, but I also have an open pouch here. And when we flip it around, what I call the front side, I've got 2 open pouches. And then, of course, the wide open space in the middle. And then on the back side, if I am following the pattern, I have a clear packaging for my pattern to go there, whether it be mine or someone else's. And then on the front side, I've got a dual pocket here. It's open and closable by one zipper. If I don't want to open both sides, I don't have to. And then, of course, up top, I have the 3-pocket option. 1, 2, and 3. I was trying to map out where everything would go. I could stick my wallet up here. I don't know what else will go up top right now, but my scissors, my hook, all that good stuff, so people will stop asking me, is that knit or crochet? How many hooks do you see? Ugh. Or the other smart aleck part of me, do you see any needles? Hey, that's what I could put over here. I could put like needles and stitch markers. My yarn needle and my stitch markers. And then the tape measure can go over here. And my stitch counter. Yeah. Y'all, to tell you how busy I've been today, I have already done 1,800 stitches today. Yeah. Also in that bag, I got to work backwards. I got a box of tea. Hello, Lori. I got a box of tea. Oh, I'm definitely got the bags I'm keeping. They're project bags. Period. I will make project bags to give away at that big giveaway, but those are mine. Those, those are my daughter can't take them. No, they're mine. They're mine. Y'all, this is by far the best tea I have ever had in my life. And Lori, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that this is it. There is no more. I seriously think this is it. There is no more of this. And like I said, Lori, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is it, guys. But I'm telling you, this is, oh my goodness, this is that tea that will, even if you don't feel like it, make you go somewhere and curl up and just sip tea. You won't want to put the cup down. Mm. I love you, sis. Mm. Yes, the purple bag, definitely. Absolutely. I knew you knew my color. I knew you knew my color. Also, in my Happy Mail yesterday, I won this. This is a diamond paint kit. It's something I always wanted to try, but was kind of nervous. Yeah, yeah, I thought so. I was right, guys. That tea cannot be purchased anywhere anymore. And what it is a set of coasters. Now, I have put these coasters in order that I will be trying them. And this one, of course, is the Jaguar print. I want to make sure that's the Jaguar print and not the leopard print. No, actually, I think it's the leopard print. I don't know. It's one of those. It's a cat print. The second one is kind of like tie dye. Loving it. Yes, I am a 60s baby. 1963 is me. And then, y'all know I have lost 4 fingernails, right? So bear with me as we peel these apart. And then these colors. I love these colors, the pink and okay, the Hapan Paw. Absolutely. Y'all, if you're not eating, Hapan is my buddy. Yeah, Hapan is my buddy. That is my handsome buddy. But the pink and the black, I absolutely love that. I made a blanket like that when Uncle was born, and I got so many requests for that blanket. I ended up making well over a dozen of them. And then this one, the kind of pink and green that's going together. It's like a seaweed green. I'm trying to block the main light out so you can see it. And the last but not least, definitely not least, come on, babies, work with me, is the red, white, and blue. Yeah. And of course, this little kit has, I imagine, everything I need. Oh, I missed one. I missed one. And this one should have been the first one to represent all of my babies that were in the service. Yes, I did a count. It was either yesterday, day before yesterday. My daughter and I were sitting down trying to figure out how many were actually in service. We have one that's still in, and he's in the Army. We have two that's still in. I got one in the Air Force and one in the Army. I think my baby that was in the Coast Guards has retired. But we cover all of them guys: Air Force, Army, Coast Guards, Marines, Navy. I've had babies in all of those. So my babies have covered you from every angle. But this is the camouflage one. Yep. So it's 6 of those. And it comes with all of my diamond dots. It comes with my tray, and I don't know what this red piece is yet, but my diamond pin as well. And that's all this in that packet. And I also got some Utterly Smooth. I like Utterly Smooth, and it works really, really, really well when I blend it with my coconut oil. This is really, really, really good. It does not take a lot. It's just like the coconut oil. And when you blend the two together, it really, it's not as thick as the name sounds, but, and it doesn't go on like sticky or pasty like a lot of lotions. It's really soft, smooth, delicate. It doesn't give you that sheen that the coconut oil gives you, but when you blend the two together, you can get the sheen and the protection right here. The red stuff is your sticky stuff to move the dots with. Okay, okay, okay. We'll figure it out though. My daughter already said I want to do this one and this one. I was like, hold up, wait a minute, hold up, hold up. I think the name on that Happy Meal package said Kitty Lane. That's what that said. It did not say precious or beautiful. And y'all, I got a little notions kit. This will be my first time opening the kit because it has candy in it. But this is why I saved it. Y'all, I got kitty cat stitch markers. Yes, I have. Oops, I dropped a piece of candy. Come back here. Okay. I have kitty cat stitch markers. Let me look close. Look, wait a minute. Oh, guys, I have a cactus stitch marker too. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. What other kind of goodies do I have in here that I'm sleeping on? And you're right, Lori. The kids get the candy. I got to figure out a way to give them that other candy. I do. Well, I might have to do a surprise thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it to my daughter or something. I don't know because I can't do gummy. The red piece is the wax. You push the little pins into to pick up the diamonds. It's then plastic cover, just like the paws. Okay. Once you use the paw, once you use, okay, okay. And as I showed earlier, I got a whole box of those. Now, along with what you've seen so far, and I know that's a lot in a Happy Meal bag, isn't it? Y'all, I got the foot masks, and I don't know how you knew, Lori, but this is something I do to my feet every other month. Okay, I recommend it. Cool. That's what I thought. Like Diamondbacks. Yeah, I hope they can. They did. They did. Especially since I asked y'all to find me a man. Let me show y'all what me and Lori are talking about. Lori didn't send me one perfect man. She sent me the perfect man and the perfect man again and the perfect man again. Y'all, I got choices. I have options. And also, I'm not going to read the notes because it's to me, but I did get a card with a note inside from Lori. And I got homemade tags, and I have stickers. And that's how I feel just about every night when I go to bed. I'm crying because my fingers are so stiff that they have worked so hard during the day. One of my favorite kind of cats here is the Siamese cat. I love them. And if I get their breed wrong, charge it to my ignorance and not to my heart. I've had cats like this, never knew what they were, didn't care what they were. I just know that I love them and they love me. And then this one, this beautiful baby right here with the big, pretty eyes. Oh, isn't that beautiful? And here's another one. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. I don't know which one do I show you here. I'll show you this one first. The cat in the flower pot. And I'm so cool. I'm a cool kitty. And most of the time, that's me. I'm smiling. And the cat juggling the balls. And then my crochet hook and my ball of yarn. I don't know if I had that upside down or it doesn't matter. So I got those as well. I know y'all were saying, well, good grief, Kitty, you got a lot. I'm not done. I am not done. I am not done. Y'all, this item has stayed on my wish list forever. Forever. This package right here contains something I wanted since I first learned that they exist. And it's funny because if my mother had known that I wanted them, she would have made a way to get them. And the pouch is in my mother's favorite colors, red and black. So, y'all, I got lighted hooks. I actually shed a tear when I saw these. I got happy tears, of course, and it has 8 hooks. The only thing that I was like, about is it doesn't tell the size of the hooks. But I did a little crochet math, knowing that B is the smallest. And I went B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So I'm assuming I have B through J, which when you get a deluxe pack from somewhere, that's generally what you get. It's got the charging cord. And because I don't have a USB block, I don't have that type of connection, but I keep all of my electronics. So a former charger that I had for my phone has the USB plug. So I'm set, guys. That's why you don't throw stuff away. Some people call that hoarding. It's only hoarding when you can't put your fingers on it right away. Well, they did just arrive at my house. I didn't remember ordering them, so I'm pretty sure your mom. Yes, my mom. Hey, Trini. Hey, girl. Hey. Oh my goodness, yes. So Mama, and let me tell you another kind of touching but funny story. When my mother passed, about 2 weeks afterwards, I received a package in the mail. Pop one of those hooks out. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on, I just said, she said the size is at the very bottom. And I do have this one right here. And okay, I need my phone. I need my phone to see this because it's itsy bitsy teeny weeny. It's itsy bitsy teeny weeny. Okay, I'm still assuming that's the B, but it's okay. I will check them all out. Maybe the bigger they get, the better I can see them. Ooh, because your girl low key blind. So about 2 weeks after my mom passed, I get this package in the mail, and it's probably a little larger than this. Okay, I'll check it out. A little larger than this. It was a journal, beautiful journal. And when I opened it out, there was this card on the inside, and it was signed, Your Mom. Now, mind you, the passing of my mom was still very fresh. And this came addressed to me, called me by the nickname that my mother called me. Only family calls me by the nickname Kathy. And it said Kathy. It's a C, not a K. Um, and every Bible verse at the bottom of each page addressed me by name. And that came from my mom 2 weeks after she passed. Yep. So that struck me in a whole lot of ways. It was boohoo happy tears, and then every time I pick it up, it's boohoo some more tears. And yeah, I go through those changes. I do, but my mom was thoughtful like that. She was thoughtful like that. Yeah. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. One thing I want to show y'all. In the past month, I have used 4 different 6.0 hooks. And I want to go through and let you know which of these 4 hooks I think I might be using for the rest of March. Now, one of them would be kind of unfair to say because I just got it yesterday, but I did put it on and I tried it out, and that's my lighted crochet hook. And you get a bright light, a dimmer light, and no light. So I I'm sorry. I'm gonna help you wheel that away. I sure am. I'm gonna put you on my prayer list and we're gonna wheel that right on away. We sure are. But this has been it's been fun to work with, but it's different for me. But I'm loving the fact that it's lighted. Um, it has a much shorter shaft than I work with, but it seems to be pretty good. So I'm gonna be fair and say that this is good. It is a plastic tip. I still feel like I have to be extremely delicate with it, as I'm very much the tomboy girl. So I just I want it to stick around for a while. But these are very easy. The heads of these are very easy to pop in and out. If you notice, there was a tool in here that you use to lock it into place, and it works very well. So I have to give this on a scale from 1 to 10. I'd be not using it for only one day. Okay, don't wake her up. Okay. The handle is yeah, it is. The handle is different. I have done ergonomic handles before, but this one is a little thicker, and as you'll see with the other 3, it's shorter than I'm accustomed to. But The hook itself does work well. What I'm learning is that you have to get acclimated to how to use the plastic tips because they do make that sound and feel on your material. But because the hook I got just before that one already had the skirt effect going on, I was ready for that. And that is my prim, y'all. I broke down and bought myself a prim. The first 2 days I used this prim, it was really, really I'm sorry. But working with it this morning, like I said, I already got 1,800 stitches in. 1,500 of those were done with this prim. The other 300 were done with the one I just showed you, the lighted hook. I'm loving the prim. I am absolutely loving the prim. Before that, my Susan Bates is like a dream. If I were to rate the prim based on the lighted hook right now, the prim would get a 9. This Susan Bates hook, I'm sorry, it's metal and it's already discolored. It is already discolored. That means it's been putting in work. When I pick this hook up, I find it very difficult to put it down. Very difficult to put it down. The only problem I have is in the Temu yarns and some of the cottons because the tip is so pointy, it will split the yarn. When I'm trying to get into tight spaces, it's good for helping you get into those tight spaces, but you have to be wary of the fact that it will split your yarn. It will split your yarn. And then the lip of it right here is so sharp. When I first started using it, I was actually slicing the tip of my thumb and my forefinger over here. It's all healed up now because I've had these for several months. But I love you too, Joan. I am not using thread. I am not using thread. I don't care how much light it has on it. I'm not using thread. I had some majority split yarn the other. Yes, yes. So that's my gripe with the Susan Bates. And the one that I will never use again. I was excited when I first got it because it looked so pretty. Came in its own case, all that good stuff. I don't know what this thing is called. I have no idea what it's called, but it's a hot mess. It's very weighty, and metallic, as you can hear. But this is just like I said, a hot mess. It's a hot mess. It's kind of Susan Beatty at the top. The neck of it isn't quite as long as the Susan Bates. It's not as wide as the Susan Bates. It is beveled, whereas the Susan Bates hook is not beveled. The prim is beveled. It's more the size of the prim as far as diameter. Oh, I'm so sick of these spinal color. This is metal. It is metal. I did get it from Temu. I won't get another one. I won't. It's very pretty. If I want decorative needles or forgive me, y'all. If I want decorative hooks, I'll get more of these. I'm sorry. But yeah, if I want decorative hooks, I'll get more of these just to set up for decoration. But I don't ever want to, I don't want to use this again. I talk about splitting. This splits everything. This splits everything. And for someone who crochets fast, that's not good. It's not good at all. It makes me angry. Yes, it does. I promised you all that I would not make this as short as I did the other day. And I've come close to making up my entire hour. Yay, go kitty. Go kitty. Oh my goodness. Um, I am going to get on those projects that I showed you today. Definitely, those 3 blankets are my focus for the rest of the day. And we're just going to work on getting that done. So hopefully, Saturday, out of the 3 of those and the one other project that I didn't show you because I'm ashamed to show you that I haven't done anything with it. I know that I've not been feeling well, but it should have been done a long time ago. But between those 4 projects, I'm hoping to have at least one of them to show you on Saturday as a complete project. I do have a hat that I know of that has been requested, but every time I check my Cash App, there's no funds there. So we don't have a hat until we see the funds. So I have that to work on. Looking at my house robe, but of course, right now, being that I'm not giving myself a time limit for that, I'm worried about the things that you just wanted to go dancing. Yes. I did. And it was, oh y'all, let me tell you this, another cute story. But anyway, I am going to be working on my robe probably tomorrow. Um oh, let me 2 things I got to say. You know what, y'all? Somebody, probably between Joan and Marsha, y'all gonna have to call me every morning and tell me what day it is. Because I slept so much over the past 3 days that I declare I thought it was Wednesday when I woke up this morning. But it's like I knew it wasn't, but I thought it was. It felt like it, but in the back of my mind, I knew. I was so confused. I was so confused. Yo, I could not get it together to save my life. Um, but at any rate, hold on, 'cause I got some more stuff going on here. Wow. Now I'm a classic example. This is why you have to label your work, guys. I mapped something out here. Good morning to Keith. Is that to Keisha? Oh, I know who you are. I know who you are, Keisha. I'm glad to see you in here. I am so glad to see you in here. I am. I'm glad you caught me. But yes, this is why I tell you all to map things out because I have no idea what to label stuff. I don't know. I got names on everybody's, but I have no idea. I know. I figured out. Let's do this right now. Oh, this is the YouTube backdrop. I keep telling y'all about this getting old thing. I'm telling you. So yes, now I know what this means. Those 3 pictures that I tell you are going to be hung behind me. That's my daughter's picture. That's my mom's picture. That's my son's picture. These are the squares that are going to be hanging between them. And these curly things down here are the hanks that are going to be hanging from them. Whoo, Lord. I'm glad I wrote down what that was all about. I'd have been next year trying to figure that out. Here's another example, y'all, of my patterns. So of course you know that I have this one, and that's graphed out. So I know that this is how it's going to look. But as far as positioning them as I make them, that's what this page is for. I have each line allocated to each element and how far in I have to go to start the element, how far from the bottom, the top, the spaces in between. All of that's right here. So I can look at this and tell exactly what I have to do. And I know for some people that's like, okay, so you showed me that, and but I'm just telling you about the different ways that patterns can be done. I know that one of the things I'm working on is writing a pattern, a typical pattern, or I hate to say normal because this is normal to me, but a, a generally accepted pattern, I guess would probably be the best way to say it. So I'm working on that still. In the meantime, in between time, I'm getting ready to start filling up my bag. I'm finna to start filling up my bag with stuff. Yes, I'm getting to be happier. And I am going to show. I've been looking at this all day and I'm like, should I show them? Should I show them? Yeah, I can show them. They still won't know, but I can show them. So this is the purple thing that I've been working on for you guys. And that's all I can tell you is that it's purpley and it's for you guys. Will it get worked on today? Probably not. It's not one of the blankets I got to work on. But at any rate, the cute little story. What was the story that I wanted to tell you all? Yeah, I tell y'all about getting old, and I don't remember. I'm not telling you what it is, Joan. I promise you, I'm not telling you what it is. I'm not telling what it is. I'm not telling what it is. Keisha, I need to put you on that list of people to tell me what day it is in the mornings. Sister Love, I woke up this morning so confused. I knew it was Thursday, but I didn't know it was Thursday. I thought it was still Wednesday. And I think with my daughter working overnights is probably why I get so confused. Because she gets up, she goes to work at 6 o'clock in the evening and gets off at 6 o'clock in the morning. So when she gets home, I'm just getting up for the day. And then the fact that I have her here all day with me on Wednesday after she's just worked Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday overnight, it's kind of strange. I don't know. It's funny. I'm getting adjusted to her work schedule. I'm not doing her job. And she loves her job. She absolutely loves her job. I love mine too. I do. All of that and some. So, what I can tell you is this: I do have to go over to Walmart and get another little piece of yarn. I have to get the rest of the teal. I don't want to run the risk of it really running out, and then I get something that's so different in color. Even if it's a tad different in color right now, I can make it work with what I have because I can alternate, and it'll still be basically teal, but you'll see the pattern, and it won't be so different. But I'm gonna have to stay on top of that one right there. Yes, even when it. Yes, I can tell y'all that, guys. The space that you see me sitting in right now, and about a foot behind me, is all that I've been sleeping in for the past few days. I'm surrounded by yarn. There's yarn at my feet. Yes. And on the other side of this little wall that I built is the head of my bed packed with yarn. That's why it's so important that I work on these things and get them done so I can have room to sleep like a typical person. I'm not going to say normal because this is my norm. This is my norm. I've been sleeping with yarn ever since I can remember. That's what I do. That is what I do. But we have come to the time that I have to tell you all what I feel from my soul. And that's that I want you to exercise loving you because self love is the greatest love of all. And you can't love others the way they deserve to be loved if you don't first love yourself the way you deserve to be loved. And you deserve the best. Remember, Kitty Lane told you. Remember, Kitty Lane loves you. So until we see each other again on these YouTube streets, peace out, everybody. Love you guys. Bunches.